Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the unboxing and have a first look at this Reno 3 Pro smartphone, which is a new smartphone by OPPO. And guys, in the box I also got this one, and looks like this is the new wireless earphones that they are also launching. Anyways, we'll just put this to the side and let's look at this one. And this Reno 3 Pro is actually they have sent us the 8 GB RAM variant with 128 GB of storage. I believe there is also a 256 GB variant of this device. And this is the first smartphone in the world with the new Helio, MediaTek Helio's P95 chipset. So that will be interesting. And let's just remove this. I have a seal, so let me just cut this outside and then we'll open it up. So guys, we have to just slide this, so this just comes out like this. And guys, this is a review on it, so I don't know the exact pricing, but I'm hearing rumors that this will be priced below 30,000. Anyways, check the description where I'll add all the relevant information. So just says OPPO over here, so let's open this up. Actually, it's a pretty big box, and looks like this is the device. We'll come to it. Looks like a case, and the documentation will be here. The SIM ejector tool is also over here, and some paperwork and all those things, warranty and all those things. And again, we get that plastic flexible case that we are seeing with the many other devices, even with this one. So let me keep that also to the side. And here is the device itself. Says the Reno 3 Pro, and actually this is again a very camera centric smartphone. In fact, the front facing also has a dual camera, and the primary camera on the front facing is actually 44, and rear is that 64 megapixel. So let's open this up, and we have in this color. This is like silverish white, and gives a gradient feel. Has that quad camera set up on the back, and the two cameras on the front. We'll come back to the device later on. Let's keep this to the side, and looks like this is the power brick, guys, and this is the VOOC 4. That means it's a 30-watt fast charger that you are getting in the box. And again, use this cable for effective charging. And we do also get earbuds. This I was not expecting, but nice to see we are getting it. So let's see what type of earbuds they are actually giving us. Let me just slide this, and they look like the Apple earpods style, as you can see from this, and they also have a green accent over here. And here we just have a single button and a microphone to take or end calls. So let me put these things to the side, and now let's look at the handset itself. And here is the handset itself, and this is having a 6.4-inch screen, guys, and it's a Super AMOLED screen. I believe this one also has a display fingerprint scanner. We'll check that. And on the top, if you notice, we just have a secondary noise cancellation microphone, and the outer casing is metallic, guys. Back is glass that we are getting, so the build quality is good. And over here we have the power on off button. Again, we have that green accent here. Bottom is the vent for the speaker, USB Type-C port, main microphone, 3.5mm headphone jack. That's nice. And volume rockers and the SIM tray. Let's look at the SIM tray configuration. What are they giving us? And nice to see that we are having a micro SD card slot dedicated. So even if you go with the lower one that is having that 128 gigabytes and you need some extra storage, that shouldn't be a problem. I always appreciate when you get this. And I like the fact that this phone is not huge like many of the phones that you're getting. It is slightly more compact than other phones. 6.4-inch screen. Anyways, let's just power this on, and I hope it has some charge. Yes, and guys, by the time it actually boots up and I set it up, let me give you a configuration overview. This OPPO Reno 3 Pro is having a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus screen with a dual punch hole notch. It has the MediaTek Helio P95 chipset. It comes with 8 GB of RAM, 128 or 256 GB of storage. Moving to the camera, it has a rear quad camera setup. The main camera is a 64 megapixel with f1.8. Then we have a 13 megapixel telephoto zoom lens with 5x hybrid and 20x digital zoom. 8 megapixel is the ultra wide, and we have a 2 megapixel monochrome sensor. Moving to the front facing camera, it's a dual camera setup. The main camera is a 44 megapixel, then the second is a 2 megapixel for depth. It comes with a 4025 milliamp hour battery and that VOOC 30 watt fast charger. It also has Dolby Atmos and in-display fingerprint scanner. So guys, I've set up this device, so let's have a closer look at the same. And again, I feel it's comfortable to hold in a single hand. Maybe just I'm using too many phones with 6.7 inch screen. And we have that dual punch hole notch. But again, I would say front facing camera is a 44 megapixel. We look at the samples. And again, back we have that quad camera. So definitely a camera centric smartphone. And this comes with ColorOS 7 out of the box, guys. So we have these toggles, quick toggles over here, and if we go over here and if we go to about the device, where did it go? About the phone, as you can see, it's running over ColorOS version 7, which is based on Android 10. So you're getting Android 10 out of the box, you don't have to worry about it. So let's just go back, and this is the 128 gigabyte variant, and as you can see, out of that 128 we roughly get about 113 gigabytes of space available. But again, as I've told you, we also have the dedicated micro SD card slot, so storage should not be an issue on this device. And if you just go back over here, this is a typical ColorOS that you're getting, and nice to see that we also have this digital well-being also on this one. And this is a lot cleaner layout with the ColorOS 7, and we also have an app tray over here, which is smart actually. It detects what apps you're using most, will go on the top. And we do have some junkware, not a lot of junkware, some, but I think so we can uninstall. As you can see, you can uninstall some extra apps that are there on this device. And let's look at the fingerprint scanner, and see, it's an in-display fingerprint scanner, and as you can see, it's actually really good on this one. You tap in, it comes, and it's a fast but you can also enable the face unlocking on it if you want. That is also really fast on this. And now if we talk about the camera, which I feel is a very important part. But before that, let's talk about this new chipset. That's the MediaTek's Helio P95 chipset. This is the first smartphone in the world to have that, and I feel the performance should be really good, because the P90 G90 was very good in performance. So again, in terms of performance, we shouldn't have an issue with this device. And again, because it's the Helio chipset, they also have a lot of AI features, so I think so that will help it in the cameras. So let's look at the cameras, and if you notice at the back, we have that quad camera setup. As I've told you, 64 megapixel main, then we have 13 megapixel, that's a zoom. They say 5x hybrid and 20x digital zoom we can go. Then we have 8 megapixel, that's ultra wide, and then 2 megapixel, this is for a black and white monochrome sensor. This actually will help in low lighting situations and stuff. So they say that even in low lighting you'll get good photographs. And front, we have that 44 plus that 2 megapixel. So let's fire up the camera, and it's on the front, and as you can see, looks familiar UI. This is the regular one. Again, this is the wide. Oh, the wide is really wide, as you can see. The next, this is the 2x zoom that you're using. Tap to focus is there, and this is the 5x. It's very close to the object, but yeah, as you can see, you get an idea about it, how you can do that. So zoom is there, and then we have the regular mode like portrait and all those things, and I believe this will do a lot better even in the night. They have a dedicated night mode, so I will try to shoot some samples with this. And in the video, if we go over here, video resolution, we do have even 4K option, as you can see, and even 30 and 60 FPS you can select what you want. So that's actually nice. And now let's look at the front facing camera, which is becoming important these days. So this is the 44 megapixel front facing camera, and yeah, it does a good job. Video, I'm a little curious in video, if with the front facing camera video resolution, yeah, only up to 1080p. They could have given 4K considering the resolution, but yeah, that's what we have. And photo we have, and portrait we have, and you get a lot of modes over here, that beauty mode, and also you can play around. I've disabled it, guys, but here we also have the panorama mode with the front facing camera, and that secondary camera is the depth, and as you can see in real time I'm able to see, so it will be interesting to see how the camera performs. Now these samples were taken with the rear facing camera, and you get the natural background blur as you can see with the sample shots. I really like the fact that though it doesn't have a macro shot, I could take some close-up shots. The thing is that it locks onto the focus to even closer objects. Hence, I could easily take shots like this. Now talking about the zoom and stuff, this was regular 1x, this is 2x, and this is that 5x mode. And finally, this is that wide angle lens. To give you an idea, this is a regular shot. This was that wide angle shot. Again, this is that regular 1x. Now I use the 2x zoom. And now finally we move to the 5x zoom. Moving to human subjects, here also as you can see we got some very good results even in the bokeh mode. One more example, this was the regular shot, and here I use that portrait bokeh mode, and this was taken with the front facing camera. Again, as you can see, got some very good results with the front facing camera. In fact, the 44 megapixel front facing camera is very sharp, and even when you invoke the portrait bokeh mode, you get some very good results. Now these were in semi-indoor conditions, and these were in completely artificial lighting conditions in my office, and as you can see again here also it did actually a pretty good job. The 64 megapixel sensor is pretty good. This is that zoom, and this is the zoom mode, and this is finally that wide angle mode. Now moving to human subjects in artificial lighting conditions, as you can see here also it did a good job. Here I used the zoom mode, and these were taken with the front facing camera, and as you can see even in indoor lighting the front facing camera does a good job. So guys, that's it for now for the unboxing and first look at this Reno 3 Pro. So what do you guys think about this Reno 3 Pro? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and if you guys are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Anyways guys, take care. Catch you later.